Hey guys, Mr. Pilgrim here coming at you with our second video in our Platinum Trophy Guide for Abyssus. In the first video, I'd gone through my first two runs of the game and unlocked a few things. Now, immediately upon coming back after beating, I believe, the second main boss in the gardens, the water guy, if you come here into this little side room here, in the back, this door should finally come down, and that'll get us the ancient core. Now, among other things as well, another option or something else I would like to show you guys is if you come back this way, come over here, jump into this little waterfall, double jump up, you'll see that this door or this little wall you can interact with. And in here, you'll find these three statues, as you can see. One is active for beating it. The other one, or other two, we will need to beat two more bosses to unlock. So just keep that in mind. So now we can come back and make our way back. So as of now, the next things that I'm going to be trying to work on is basically just getting the rest of the weapons, which, as you can see here, the combat bow and the plasma launcher are tied to specifically getting to certain sections of the map within a certain time frame. I do believe it's within 28 minutes for the combat bow. This is in the third area, the temple. I believe it's a temple. But you'll have to beat the first mini boss or elite in at least 28 minutes to unlock the combat bow. And then the plasma launcher, I think it's a couple minutes later, and you can unlock that, and that is in the fourth area. I'm going to try and do my best to show those off if I can in this video. And then you'll have the fish deity, which I just talked about. That one is tied to beating those other two bosses, which is kind of RNG right now, but we can eventually unlock something that will guarantee that. And then you have the harpoon gun. That's the last weapon that's tied to beating a boss at least twice, and that is in the first starting area that you can get. Not the submarine, but the other one. And then as well, we still have the anchor, which requires us to find it in the gardens behind a locked treasure door. And then the smithing spear is the next thing I also want to talk about, which we'll also get in the gardens. It's a little ironic, I know. But we're gonna stick to our main ability here, and probably not this video, but the next video, once we've gotten our win and we're a little bit more comfortable and have better upgrades from our soul wheel over here. As you can see what I've got going on, basically all of the first row and a few things from the second row and a few things from the third row, just to give us a little bit more. But like I said, I'm going to jump into my next run. I'm going to try and edit it as much as I can just to show off only the necessary things. So just keep that in mind. Uh, I am going to be trying to go for a good run, of course, obviously. A lot better than what I had last time. So I can actually beat the run and actually do that. So we're just going to jump in, and then, like I said, if there's anything to note, like the weapons or anything, or if I get lucky and I end up getting that key door in the gardens, I'm going to gladly show that off. But other than that, I'm probably going to just play as best as I can to get what I need and try and complete this run as quickly as I can. So if there's anything to show, I'm going to show it now. Alright, now shortly after beating the boss of the first area, as you can see, it's the same arena and all that. He's dead right there. If you come over this way, you'll see that explosion will happen. And here we can unlock our next weapon, found just over here. The harpoon gun. Now the next item we can find here in the gardens, as you can see, requires a bit of RNG to find, and it's to get a locked door. Now here inside you will find the anchor. Alright, so shortly after beating the second boss, for a second time, you'll notice a few things. You'll notice these little pillars over here will lower down, and then you can jump up. And here we'll claim the last ability that we can in the game, the Ancient Smithing Spear. There we go. And that will be that. Alright, so another weapon that we can unlock is after the third area when you just make it to the Abyss. If you're within a certain time, I would say at least before 33 minutes, you can come over here and into this little side room, find the plasma launcher. Now, here in the Abyss, I'm also going to show off the other two boss fights whenever I do get them. So this one is the right path, and as you'll see here, it'll be this guy. He will summon these pillars in the middle. He'll then also come at you, and eventually he will then break the pillars, as you'll see. And he'll basically just resummon them again. As you can see, this guy has a lot of armor, so having anything that basically weakens that will be nice for us. My dodges aren't the best, but that's okay. I don't need them to be. As you can see, once his HP is gone, hide behind the crystal, and then stay as back as you can. There we go, and that'll get us another little thing. Let's see, what do we get? Loot golems appear 10 times more often. That doesn't matter anymore. And now we'll actually get to show off the actual last boss, because this time I know I can do it. And probably at some point I will try and go back and get the bow to show off in this video as well. Either if I've already done it, it'll be before this. If I haven't, it'll be after this. Really just depends what I want to go for. As you can see, just sticking to the basics of just being reactionary to what he's doing will definitely save us a lot of time and hassle and damage. Also knowing where things are going to go is also key. Wow, I walked right into that. Oh well. So I know he's coming over here. We can drop down a bunch of stuff. There we go. Almost. Also not trying to get caught up by the void tentacle laser. That's always fun. So swapping into phase 2. Just gonna be trying to blast my gold orbs of death around. There we go. Okay, since we know he's over here. No idea why he'd want to do that. But as you can see, knowing the basics of certain boss fights definitely makes them a lot easier. Okay, okay. Okay, we know he's over here. Of course. But he's almost down for the count now. And there we go. Easily completed. Gets our soul fragments. And then we'll make our way over to the throne. Come on. Come on. Get down here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Hell yeah. Now, wait a minute. What? Ah. Oh well. The infinite cycle repeats. We will be back again to claim our rightful ending. And that's pretty much what a completed run looks like. As you can see, we got the harpoon, got the anchor, got the spear, and we did get the have a 1,000 gold on us, which isn't really that crazy. We did the 500,000 damage using explosions. We got the plasma launcher, did 100,000 damage to enemy armor, got the third elite, and defeated the final boss as well, and completed an expedition with the Tesla gun. Not too bad, I'd say. About 1,000,000 damage. We'll return, spend our soul fragments. And as you can see, we've now unlocked boss variants can now appear, and we can now apply modifiers through the deep water tank. Now, do note, your third run isn't going to go like that for you as it is for me, as I know the game pretty well. I can still mess up, of course, like everybody else, but I know the game well enough to unlock things, or to know what's good for right now. So from here, might as well just slowly work our way up. Reload speed, let's see. That's always nice. We'll do that. Yeah, that should do it. And for the most part, now I'm just going to try and show off getting the last thing that we need, which is the bow. And hopefully, if I can, I'm also going to show off fighting the last of the bosses in the Abyss on the left path, the one that I hate the most. And that'll get us the combat bow and the fish deity. And as you can see, we now have all of the abilities. So we'll just jump right into that. So I'll see you guys once we make it to those areas. Now for the combat bow, you have to make it to the first elite in the third area and beat him within 26 minutes. So you are going to have to be going a little fast and know what you're doing. But if I can do it, you guys can do it as well. So let me show you guys. And now. Now, once back at the Abyss, this is the final elite that you will have to deal with. Now, as you'll see, based on the build that I'm running, I've got a bunch of cold on my I got ice on my turrets, and I've got static electricity on my secondary. Now, as you'll see, the main reason why I hate this boss is because of just how much AoE he has and how easy it is for him to just get right up on you. Especially once he starts moving. The fact that he can just turn on a dime, I think, is a little ridiculous. And there goes pretty much all of my healing. And he goes down, of course. But that is the last of the 3 elites. So once you've beaten all 3 of them, then once you make your way back to the base, I'll show you what we can do with that. I'm going to complete this run real quickly and then show you my rewards and then end up back at the base. Alright, so let's see here. Take 5,000 damage, yeah. Apply 100 damage over time effects with the Tesla gun. That one's pretty easy whenever you have something that can inflict it that isn't on the Tesla gun, like ice or fire. Have 6 turrets active. That one I'll go over in more detail whenever I'm doing the all mastery video, so don't worry. Deal 100,000 damage over time effects. It's pretty easy to understand. Kill 1,000 enemies. That one should come naturally to you guys. Deal that much damage in a single hit. That one can be a bit tricky, but when you start infinitely scaling stuff, it becomes super easy to see damage well over that. First Herald, kill the first guy, and kill 30 enemies beyond 40 meters. That one is super easy whenever you're just sitting back and firing off a bunch of orbs of energy that just does not care. Alright, so once you've beaten all of the elites in the Abyss, you can come over here, and we can grab the second to last weapon that we need to grab. So you'll come here. And once inside here, you should then suddenly see everything fill up. And boom, there we go. We will then unlock the fish deity weapon in the secret room. Now there's only one more weapon to get, and that is the combat bow. Try it again. We didn't get it that run, but let's go again. Alright, sadly I wasn't able to get the bow on this run, but I was able to get the mastery for the Tesla gun by hitting 100 enemies with a single spark orb, or hit enemies 100 times with a single spark orb, yada yada yada. Unlock all primary, as you'll see. That'll also get you a trophy. But we're going to go back and once again try again, respin some of our soul fragments to get even more powerful. As you can see, we do get a decent amount every time. Take that. And I guess we'll do that. Alright, I'm going to give it one more go before I probably end it or just skip until I get to it. So we'll just hope, because for some reason you have to be there in less than 24 minutes, which is pretty crazy. You have to be flying through these levels. But anyways, I'm going to jump right to it. Okay, so now last but not least, we have the bow. This took me a few attempts, and it has been very, very frustrating to try and achieve. But as you can see, I'm sitting at just below 20 minutes, and I can finally enter this room after the first elite in the third area to get the bow. There we go. Oh, now we have collected all of the weapons and all of the abilities. Now, I think that is going to do it for this second video in our Platinum Trophy Guide for Abyssus. Like I've always said, I do hope that these videos are informative or helpful in any way, shape, or form. And one last thing is I'll show you my build that I have going on. As you can see, I've got tentacles on my primary, shadows on my ability, and gold on my secondary, and I've managed to upgrade the gold through the upgrade stations you can find up to 4. So 75% more damage and a 70% chance to create a gold burst, which, as you can also see, I've then got a bunch of just gold. I've just been going all in on the gold, as that just does so much damage. Now, while I'm trying to do this run to make it to this door before a certain amount of time, I had double checked and I thought it was 28 minutes originally. The weird thing is, it's also sometimes it goes down to like 26, and then also went down to 23. I don't know why. So what I did was I quickly just reset my entire game. I fully closed it and reopened it, and I was gonna see if I had a okay run, would it also go back up or would it just go down to a certain point, because your upgrades are supposed to be able to help you get to this point quicker or not. I wasn't entirely sure, but anyways, this has been Mr. Pilgrim. I will see you all in the next video. Like always, peace out.